pots and pats.
Hey folks, how we doing?
Hi everybody. I'm trying to lure out
The camera shy child is just to our immediate right.
He just wants to chew on the look, it's a typical stream, right? We're gonna kick it off by talking about the cat. No,
and
okay?
the ad's in progress. So.
But the ad's still in progress. Well, we got 20 seconds left. Okay, so I messed up. Fine, we'll give it 20 more seconds. I'll eat my cookie.
Hey, Ducky.
3, 9, 12. Shut up.
Is he eating crunchies or is he eating metal? Because one of those isn't good.
He's eating his crunchies.
Okay.
I'm eating a cookie.
No one's eating metal.
And the ad break is now concluded. Hello.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing?
How's everybody doing? I'm not quite exhausted, but I'm pretty tired, which is why we're doing a late stream today. Finally free from the ads. Well done. Apologies. I didn't realize the overlap had not worked quite correctly. This has been first week of new job for Marguerite. And so I have been in London Tuesday today, and I am again tomorrow. So we have done a late starting abbreviated stream just because...
We just wanted to hang out.
Because I was tired, and because it's been a couple weeks, and we thought we just, we have so much to catch up on. Hello, Kiwi. How are you? Hello, Lazy. Kiwi, thank you so much for the fan art. I just want to show everybody.
Kiwi, that art is so good. That was really nice.
Where's the button? There it is. There's the button. I love
this.
This is, look at Twiglet. Look at his little face. I like the textures on our clothing that we're wearing.
Also, that's a good color combo on me. I have taken note of it.
It is a good color.
That's metal.
How dare you? How very dare you chew upon a cable in my presence, child? Do not be so audacious. Come here. So, quick, vamp. Oh, okay, now he wants to...
Twiglet out! So,
I've not been home for a couple days, and he's like, Mama. Now I just gotta wait until my lifting weight restriction is over. I'm back to work. Okay, congratulations. Please don't rush. Please take the time you need to heal from a lifting constriction.
Fun fact, Marguerite's dress colors are the same as Persephone's from Stray Gods. Kiwi, that is the coolest fucking thing.
Very well done. I do really like that outfit from Stray Gods. We have so many cool games coming up to play that we can talk about. But yes, this is going to be very chill of a stream, I hope, because it's just going to be shorty, and we'll just talk a bunch about the stuff that's going on.
First off,
I mean, we might play a game. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about the game we're going to play. But before Luxembourg, there were things that happened before Luxembourg.
Hugo finalists again.
Ta-da! I know. Very good.
3 categories.
3 nominations for Alistair this year, which is fantastic.
For semi-prozine. Full lid for fanzine, and because my professional life is an outdated Godfather joke, best fan writer.
Hey, you know what? Lots of people find lots of value in your perspective and your work. And
they really do.
And the cat is on your comic book collection again. And what you write about isn't what every fan writer writes about, and I for one, appreciate that. And I think other people do as well.
Thank you.
Nick and Creamy? Hey, I'll be right back.
The absolute last thing I want to do is sound sour grapesy, because it's an incredible fucking honor, and it really, really is. It's just, I often struggle with the fact that I am someone who likes things. And one of the things that I don't like at all is fandom culture, because a lot of the time it's very inward-facing and insular, and a lot of the rest of the time it's just kind of mean. And
so about that Ninja Creamy?
Yeah, it's going well. It's going well. And as a result...
I made Dreamsicle ice cream. This is orange vanilla, homemade Dreamsicle ice cream.
I'm genuinely amazed there's that much left.
Yeah, so am I. I mean, the other one we made of strawberry frozen yogurt, gone.
Urban, it is the easiest to use kitchen device I think we own. Seriously,
it's a little terrifying, because what it basically is a power drill attached to a kitchen appliance. because this is what the container looks like. This is the deluxe, because that's what Costco had. And this makes a full-on like quart of ice cream, and you put the stuff in it into the line, see the like fill line, and then you freeze it overnight. And then the next day, you put it in the hydraulic press machine.
And it fires a...
And the lid of this has the blade in it. And what the machine does is it pushes the blade down to the bottom of the container to blend it and then pulls it up. But I won't stand next to that thing when it's operating because it's a bit loud. And also, if something goes wrong... Like, it's a Final Destination movie waiting to happen. Some blade's going to go flying off and like...
of that.
I don't want to disturb it.
Urban, that is genius.
Salted caramel recipe with sweetened condensed milk and a little bit of my Marmite. Okay.
I would eat that. I would so eat that.
But,
oh my God.
It's wonderful. I love it.
Really
We're still experimenting with lots of different flavors, but I have orange dreamsicle.
Like goblins over the frozen strawberry yogurt.
It was so good.
It was great. Final Destination was the other trailer I got.
A new one?
A new one. And the trailer is zero bullshit. It's just, here's a death. And it starts with, oh, this thing's been knocked over. And 11 seconds later, a dude is choking to death on his nipple ring, suspended from his ceiling fan in his tattoo studio that's on fire. I'm very excited.
Here's 5 pounds and a cheeseburger. You know, go help yourself. I'm going to just sit here and eat dreamsicle ice cream for the rest of it.
So, Hugo nominations, always really cool.
Ninja Creamy.
And the thing which has basically spiked the angst. I get really bored.
You don't have any angst. You have little bits of angst, and that's valid. There is a wide range of emotions that you experience. I have talked before about how losing a major award is a privilege extended to few, but it's a privilege that I practice many times now. And I'd like the opportunity for either others to practice or to practice winning a major award, but you don't control.
In the absence of that, we just bought...
I do control the Ninja Creamy I bought.
We just bought an ice cream maker. And it was,
no.
Yeah, in previous years, we'd been like, well, if we win, we'll buy the Ninja Creamy. And this year, we were like, no, fuck this shit. I want ice cream. And
it
it's
worked
helped
well
immensely.
on toast. Random
Salted caramel and Marmite, huh?
Salted caramel and
Well done,
Marmite
Herbert.
sounds
Well
very
done.
good. There's a vanilla custard variety, you know, the cooked egg vanilla, ready to be churned. And there were Biscoff sandwich cookies to mix into them, but you know they might have to be replenished. Because you know, it hasn't been bad days the last couple of days. It's just been very, very busy. My God.
Luxembourg.
Hold on. It is the 23rd of April. And at the beginning of this month, we went to York for your dad's 80th birthday. And then I had a very intense 2-week period between jobs. Where 1 week of it was, I have so many things to do around the house, and did a bunch of them. And another week of them was going to Luxembourg. Well, not fight. Oh, miso caramel.
Oh, that's good shout, Edward. Well done.
What's Luxembourg? Do you want to have some ice cream and I'll talk about Luxembourg?
And we'll just take turns? I love that for me.
I love that for me, yes. Hello, welcome to our eating Ninja Creamy ice cream stream. Yeah, it's like mukbang, but with less sausages and cucumbers, I guess.
Made it weird.
I did not make it weird. We finished Misfits in Magic Season 2. I'm very glad to see that a thing that I anticipated and wanted to have happen happened, and that was very lovely. And yes, we'll talk about O Taco, the original French tacos of Luxembourg, which were hilarious.
Luxembourg was metal as hell.
Yeah! It was a really cool city. The weather was lovely, like to the point where he got sunburned.
Quite badly.
Yeah, on one ear in particular, he got particularly sunburned. We had a great time. We were there for like 4 days. I think the convention was 2 days, but we went out early. Fellow guests were Kevin and Ursula, which was great. We got to spend an extended period of time with them, which I really appreciate, like, the older I get, the more it's just like, I just want to spend time with my friends where they can spend time with me. So often, many of the people that, you know, are near and dear to us, we see for 15 minutes in hallways between panels at conventions every other year or two, you know? And so to get to spend several days with your friends, you know, trying adventurous food and drinking great coffee and speaking on panels about subjects we're happy about. It was really fun.
I have a sidebar about that, just wanting to hang out with your friends thing, which is really sweet, and it's kind of lived rent-free in my head. A few years ago, Kevin Smith did Jay and Silent Bob reboot, and at this point, he had fallen out of touch with Ben Affleck, and he really wanted Affleck to come back for a cameo. And it wasn't that they weren't talking, it weren't friends anymore, it was just that they weren't talking. People get busy, especially in that industry. And he had one number for Affleck that was like 15 years old.
Oh, God.
But he texted him, and he texted him with this quote, which went something like, as a king grows older, they no longer want to conquer worlds. All they want to do is spend time with their friends. And about a day later, he gets a text message back from Affleck that just reads, it says everything that you refer to yourself as a king. How have you been? And they just reconnected. And just, it's so stupid and simple and it's everything. Personal connection is fucking great. And being able to spend time with a couple of folks who we always get on with, but we haven't really dug in with very much, was...
Certainly not since... They moved and we moved and,
was hugely rewarding. I mean, these people have a dog called Hound. They rule.
Yeah, it was really, really fun to spend time together. And we had the convention organizers. One of them is a tour guide for the city and knows so much about the city. And we were exhausted, and I think we got maybe a third of the way through what it is he wanted to show us.
Luxembourg is metal as hell.
Like, the entire downtown area, like, you take the train into town and you're like looking around going, where's the fortress? Where's the fortress? Then you realize the entire stinking city is layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of fortresses and enforcements and, like, historic statues that the Nazis stole and all. It's so cool. It's like, really a fun place.
The statue story lives rent-free in my head because I love this. It is this kind of 50-foot-tall gold statue that was initially erected to celebrate Luxembourg's victory in the First World War, which didn't happen, but they went with the statue anyway, and no one really liked it until the Nazis occupied them and pulled it down and left it overnight. And it wasn't there when they came the next morning to demolish it.
Right.
And they just hid it in the tunnels under the city for like 4 decades. And the thing that kills me about this is a lot of Luxembourg people didn't really like the statue anyway.
Until the Nazis didn't like it. And then it was their it was the gritty of Europe.
Right? Luxembourg, Europe's Philadelphia, I think is the conclusion we came away with.
Maybe.
And finally, the right person got drunk at the right time and went, do you want to put the statue back up? And they were like, oh, fuck yeah, let's go get it.
And then they just, like, discovered it under the football stadium one day.
I love this shit. It was a little...
It's an Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode, you know?
It was a little bit like, for those of you who are Marvel fans, it was a little bit like having a really nice weekend in Latveria.
Right?
Like, this is really nice and not what I'm used to.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's gorgeous. It's a really beautiful city.
We had a fun time.
Public transport's free.
We went to a convention where we didn't work 16 to 18 hours of the day.
It turns out
we had time to go back to the hotel
and nap
and take showers and naps and, like, have dinner sitting down with people and conversations.
Great.
This whole guest gig is kind of cool. This was the first time we've ever been guests, and I mean, this is coming from me. This isn't coming from him, but much like Kevin talked about, it still feels really weird to be a guest in and of myself Like Kevin and I are both, we've talked on panels about this before, I think, about being the plus one, being like the supportive partner to a creative person and what that entails and the care and feeding of your author and all of that good stuff. But Kevin and I had panels together about completing projects and, staying motivated and organized and not engaging in the toxic behavior of one of our co-panelists.
So proud of you for that.
Yeah.
So
you know what?
proud of you.
Everybody's got their own process, and that's totally
Some people's
fine.
process is stupid.
And some people's process is not something I would wish on my worst enemy. And I'm very glad it works for him, and he's very prolific, but he's in a very niche set of circumstances that allows that to be supported, that he just tells his friends, I will see you when I'm done, and he works 16 hours a day, and he eats and sleeps and writes, and that's it. And I'm like, don't do that. That's not good for you.
There's a line from Bad Boys 3 that lives rent-free in my head, which is every squad has that guy. Until they don't.
Yeah, exactly. But Kevin and I had panels talking about those
And they were
things
great.
and talking about pens, and there were some games that the convention likes to play which were challenging. We all had to identify a topic that we could it's what's it called? No, wait just a minute or whatever.
There is Herman will correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure. I'm sorry I haven't a clue, which is the BBC Radio 4 game show where you have to talk for a minute on a subject without repetition, deviation, or hesitation.
Yeah.
And
we all had to identify topics that we could speak on for 3 minutes, and we did, and we wrote them down, and then they put them in the hat, and then they paired them randomly with other people. So I had to speak about somebody else's topic for 3 minutes randomly, and that was very challenging. And
you did great, though.
Well, honestly, watching Dimension 20 for as long as we have, I'm like, okay, I can recognize some of the improviser tricks.
I can riff, I can vamp.
Between political speech and improvisation, I know how to take what you've asked me to do and pivot it into something completely different for a short and comedic period of time.
That's a really interesting question, and I am going to ignore it.
Yes, exactly like that. So, yeah, we had a wonderful time, and yes and no, but, right?
That reminds me, very shortly there is a comedy thriller releasing over here about 3 improvisers who are hired by the Metropolitan Police to go undercover for some bizarre reason.
Sure.
And don't quite realize that when you put people whose philosophy is yes and into the world of organized crime, things happen quickly.
Hello, Darcy Dust Cosplay. Yeah, I think there were
Darcy.
many of the people who were in this game who were like, at the concept. Everybody participated and everybody comported themselves very well.
Unfortunately,
and we were all very supportive and forgiving audience members.
Unfortunately, it does wake up one of my worst instincts, which is, oh, you want me to talk?
Oh, you gave me a microphone. Okay.
Only 3 minutes?
Yeah, you did really well.
Thank
Yours was... Alistair is very, very good at, start strong and then bring it back to tie back in. He lands things well. Poor Ursula was very upset. She's like, you're going to make me go after Alistair? Forget that!
I don't like to brag or admit I'm good at things, but there was
on that.
But there was a thing that happened a few times across the weekend, which was really sweet, which is, that would come to me and I'd do something fucking earnest and sweet and funny. And then the second or third time that happened, Ursula was like, okay, so before I throw this to Alistair to, tie everything off in a neat bow, here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, exactly. If given the right topic, I can yap, but it needs to be the right topic, otherwise I'm lost. So yeah, a lot of us were very much about...
Thanks, Sandwich.
Very much about, all right, so this is the topic you've given me, and this is how it relates to what I actually want to talk about.
So anyway, biscuits.
Yes, exactly.
Which segues us on to the Otako situation. Oh my goodness.
So one of the nights, our hotel was about like a 5 or 10 minute bus ride away from the convention center. All public transportation is free in Luxembourg, so you just jump on the bus or the tram and you go.
Also, brilliantly, because this was the first convention I've attended in a European country where cosplay is involved, I found out that what I call the MCM rule applies.
Yeah.
Which is you can tell how close to the convention center you are by how many Jedi Knights suddenly
And you'll
appear.
never miss your stop because you just jump off when they do. I'm going to sneeze. Go ahead.
So yeah, bless you. We
So as we were traveling around the city on our tour one day, we spotted this place a couple doors down from our hotel.
And the guides were like, don't go there.
Called O Taco. O apostrophe Taco.
Now, because of where I grew up, I look at that and I go, that's an Irish name.
Must be Irish,
That's
right?
Seamus O'Taco.
The original French tacos. And we're all like, that can't be a thing. That can't actually be a thing.
So you have 3 Americans and a not quite Irishman walking past O'Tacos 4 times a day. I think the second or third one we were like, we're gonna fucking
We're
eat
gonna
here.
go there.
We're gonna fucking
We're
eat.
absolutely gonna eat there. And the menu, it looks like a chicken shop in London, right? You're like, this is not haute cuisine. This is, power to it. This is peasant food. That is what fast food is designed to be. It's supposed to be accessible, sustainable, repeatable, producible at scale, right? Totally fine. So we decide one night, I think it was after the tour, maybe? We've been marching around in the sun all day long. We're all tired. We don't want to go far, but we know we need to eat before tomorrow. So we're like, okay, we're going to Taco. So we go in and we order, and it is fast food touch menus. Now, the menu contains multitudes, bluntly. Like, basically, a original French taco is, for the Americans in the audience, it is a crunch wrap, right? So it is a large tortilla wrapped around some fillings and then pressed and grilled so that it is crispy on the outside. So we're like, okay, fine, cool. The original O Taco is chicken nuggets and French fries and sauce inside a wrap, grilled, and da-da. I'm like, okay, I'll go with the original. But then they have things like the O India, which is chicken and French fries and curry sauce. And then the fromage was fries and chicken and cheese, and then more cheese on top of the wrap.
Of just cheese laid onto it.
Right. And I require the original French taco on a spiritual level, right? And then the piece de resistance of the French taco was a full battered chicken cordon bleu. So with melted cheese and ham inside the chicken cordon bleu, inside a wrap with French fries. And I'm like, that's a turducken. That is a turducken of taco, a taco ducken. We did not try that one.
So we all get these things. We all go back to the hotel and we all have the exact same response when we take a bite.
Which is we're all like, okay, this is going to be awful. Okay, let's try it. Oh shit, it's so good. It is like it is the haute cuisine of hangover food, right? Because think about what you want after a night on the town of whatever night on the town means to you, right? You're tired, you're probably dehydrated, you may be inebriated, you want an intense flavor, and you want carbohydrates. And that is exactly what you are getting in these packages. We inhaled these suckers. They were so... I never want to have another one ever again. It was the best possible experience I could ever have for an O Taco, and it must not be repeated.
I have not been hungover in possibly 25 years. I took one bite of this, and it cured my hangover. It traveled back in time
Right?
and cured my hangover.
Kate B, this sounds like I'm trying to make dinner with a few things left in my freezer before Big Shot.
That's it.
Yeah, we call that Sorry It's Dinner.
Sorry, it's dinner.
So Adam Ragusa is one of our favorite food YouTubers, and this is his new series. It's called Sorry It's Dinner, i.e. this is what I'm throwing together based on the leftovers. We will call it picky tea every once in a while. It's I'm going to clear out the fridge before we go grocery shopping or leave town for the weekend or something like that. Very, very much a thing. But That is, I cannot find the words, but my Mexican ancestors are rolling in their graves, right? I do not understand how the word taco got within 100 miles of this concept, other than the fact that they both involved a large edible vessel into which these contents could be poured.
Would you like me to tell you how many otacos are situated across Europe?
Did you look this up?
Of course I looked this up.
Okay, how many?
Over 300.
Oh my god. Like, is it just in Luxembourg, or is it like...
Luxembourg, France, all of France. I think there are some in Germany.
Oh my
some in
god.
Austria.
Like Filipino spaghetti. Yes, I'm
exactly
very, very fond of Jollibee's spaghetti. And Jollibee's, if those of you have never eaten there before, is a Filipino-based fried chicken chain, which also serves spaghetti, because that is the particular fusion cuisine that, I mean, you could get it with like, but you can get spaghetti with bonito shavings, at least in the United States.
That sounds amazing, honestly.
The other thing that Jollibee's does that is the all-time greatest thing in the world, you know, the apple...
That sounds delicious.
Hang on.
Shiitake mushrooms.
Ended in shiitake mushrooms rehydrated in garlic puree and balsamic vinegar and fried. Wow.
I would put a pile of those on toast and put a poached egg on top of it and die happy.
That sounds amazing.
That's incredible.
But if you've ever had a McDonald's apple pie, the old ones, when they used to fry them, not the baked ones, Jollibee's does a mango fried pie. That is peach and mango, which is just the greatest thing in the universe. Like, there is a Jollibee in downtown Reading. So a lot of tomorrow, a lot of times when we're doing errands and stuff and we want to get a fast food lunch, it doesn't matter what it is we're going to get. I'm also going to get a mango pie while we're at it, because they're so good.
I love ratatouille.
The ones that came with its own burning it, right? Yes. Exactly. You'd bite off the end of it and just... molten apple would destroy your esophagus, right? But
see, I laugh, but I used to get nosebleeds from McDonald's milkshakes.
What?
That when they were so thick, a couple of times I
really.
Yep.
Oh wow, that's not good for you. Mango sorbet is killer. Yeah, I put that on the list. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dreamsicle went really well. Oh, the child is right behind you.
I will not be moving my chair. Don't worry.
He's attacking the buttons.
He loves the buttons on my cardigan. I don't know why.
I don't know why. Child, you're never gonna get to wear that thing again.
No, it's
between the moths and the cat. I don't think there were enough patches in the world to save that venerable warrior. Oh, but yeah, Luxembourg was great, and Otaco was an experience. I think we didn't have any particular travel issues.
Nope.
I mean, Luxembourg does not give about Brits traveling. I think that was my number one experience takeaway, is like the whole, you're out of the EU? Okay, you go to the back of the line. Situation is quite prevalent now.
And also, this is the first time we've had this with having a US passport as well. The fact that when we were checking in for the flight home, they went, so do you have your residency card? Yeah. It expires in 3 months. And I'm very impressed that Marguerite didn't respond with, well, that means it's valid now. Why am I still talking to you?
I was just behaving at that point.
Also, the trip back, we witnessed a woman who must surely have weighed 90 pounds soaking wet, spend an hour trying to get
150 kilos worth of checked luggage.
She had 2 bags larger than her.
And there were 5. Yeah. Bless her. I'm actually impressed she made the flight after all of that.
You know how sometimes you intersect with someone and you go, that's a different genre of story to mine.
Yes. I'm just going to stay over here. Hi. Come on up, Bobby.
Come on, Bubs.
Want to come up? Aww.
Oh. The lad. The butt.
The butt.
The butt. The mighty butt.
Good boy.
Hey, Bobs.
Yes, he deserves a butt. The little lad is here. But no, we had a wonderful time in Luxembourg. Everybody says hello, Twiglet. And there's your donut. Yes. Give your donut a little love. There we go. over 300 otakos, and we are somehow not going anywhere near one. I'm sorry, Ducky.
You see, the thing is,
I'm really sorry.
Ducky, I could always make you one.
I was gonna say, it would not be all that... Okay, remember that. It would not be all that difficult to recreate this technology, right? Because it's basically tortilla, stuff, grill.
We have a hot plate.
And we have a plancha, so... Okay.
And which he really
Okay,
did.
we'll do some science.
He really did. That was the other really cool thing. This is the
Al tacos.
Al tacos.
As
Love
opposed
it.
to O
Love it.
tacos.
This is actually one of the coolest things. This is the longest we've been away from him, and because we know his background and that he's got a little bit of anxiety, maybe.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure he was okay. We also didn't want to impinge on the neighbours and do the whole. So you want to come around twice a day, right?
Right now.
So Marguerite found a cat sitter who is walking distance away, who came over and introduced herself to him, and inside 5 minutes was receiving fusses. And basically, Holly popped round twice a day whilst we were away to feed him and change his litter and play with him. Mm-hmm. And the first night, the first message we got from her was, "Is he good at hiding?" And we're both like,
"Oh no." Yeah, he wouldn't come out for like the first day.
And then the next photo we got was him on his back with his head shoved all the way into her hand. Right.
So because she would take photos and send us little videos of him being just an absolute love after he warmed up, so there was a little bit of a transition period.
But when...
And then we got home, right? We got home in the middle of the afternoon, like at 2:00 in the afternoon. And as we anticipated, for traditional Manx tacos...
I can make that work.
There would have kippers in them.
You like kippers, right?
They would be kippers and chips. Yeah, that's exactly what it would be. Oh my god. Hold on a second. We'll tell you about this after the ad break, because the ad break is about to run and because we've already been streaming half an hour. So, folks, this is a good chance for you to take a little stretch. We're only going to stream for an hour tonight, so it's looking like we're not going to play the game. We're just going to shoot the breeze for a while and see Twiglet. That sounds totally fine. So why don't you go take a stretch and a break, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes, and we'll tell you about how Twiglet was when we got back from Luxembourg. Because, that's a thing, I guess, that we're doing. Where's the break button?
It's fine. No one can hear you.
And nobody can hear me. There we go. Exactly. Perfect background noise for crocheting. Exactly. Right? Totally. That's how I watched Dimension 20. It's like, I'm going to cross-stitch for 3 hours while you lovely people are dramatic in front of me. That sounds wonderful. Take yourself a little stretch break. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. look at him being like a total good boy, right? Look at this. I'm going to leave it right there just so people can watch.
In profile. Observe.
I wish metallic embroidery floss wasn't so evil to work with. Oh my God, right? I only have the patience to work with one length per day. My cosplay is going to take longer than I hoped. We're going to talk about this just for a brief moment. One technique that I have used successfully in the past for hand embroidery with metallic floss is beeswax. You can...
Oh, dude.
Yeah, you can...
Do you just like run it along the thread?
Yeah, I literally have a little holder for it that has indentations in it that you just run the thread through the wax and it coats enough of the thread that one, it stops fraying, and two, it doesn't feel horrible on your hands when you're trying to manipulate it.
You know, that exact technique is how I did one of the magic tricks in my old act.
I'm so not surprised. Waxed thread sounds like a very magician-y sort of thing.
Vaseline thread, to be precise. And
you made it weird, man. You made it weird. Anyway, so yeah, there's Twiglet being adorable. He needs a little pet on the nose, please.
I'll go for the noggin.
Little
guy.
Pet. Little noggin pet.
KB, that sounds awesome.
Loki from the season 2 finale. I wouldn't watch that season 2. Okay, we gotta get around to watch it.
Especially as he's in Doomsday.
I don't care. Thunderbolts is the only thing I care about at this point in the Marvel.
If you haven't seen it, there is a 1-minute trailer for Thunderbolts, which is Alexei advertising his limo.
Yes, Alexei, not just David Harbour being a ham in front of a green screen.
Which includes the line, "I'm available for everything. Christenings, weddings, fancy funerals, and regular funerals."
It's so funny. It's very good.
Oh, nicely done.
Well done. And right. So we got back in the afternoon, and as anticipated, he was a bit spicy for a while. He was like running around. He's like, I'm going to bite you. I'm going to attack you. You have to play with me. He kind of calmed down in the evening, and then we went to bed. Now, normally when we go to bed at night, Twiglet will sit at the end of the bed and wants father attention for a little bit. And then I will go to sleep, and at some point Alistair will go to sleep. And then at some point in the night, I will wake up, and Twiglet will be on my chest and want attention. It's usually like 6 o'clock in the morning. We went to bed, pulled the blanket up. He's immediately right here. He didn't move all night. And more importantly, he didn't let me out of bed till like 10:30 the next morning.
Seriously,
he's like, no,
move.
Mama, you can't move. You can't go anywhere. You have to keep petting me. Stay here. So I think he missed us. And then he settled back down, for sure. I want to see Sinners.
I saw Sinners today, and it is incredible.
And is Death of a Unicorn still in the cinemas?
No.
No! Tina Leone talking about a Gersum horn!
But often stuff cycles back around to Basingstoke a week or so later. So
okay, please keep your eyes
peeled,
because I really, really, really want to see Death of a Unicorn as well.
I'm so excited for Fantastic Four. The retro 1960s chic is delightful. And Herben, you're absolutely right. It's pure Thunderbirds vibes.
Yeah, very much so. And I'm not like a big Fantastic Four as a group story. Like, bless Pedro Pascal, but Reed Richards has that problematic as fuck history, you know?
Oddly enough, I wasn't for a long time. And then about 3 years ago, a writer called Ryan North took over on the monthly title. And he has settled into this incredible groove with it, which is just, this is a family, and they do weird science things. There's an entire episode which is Ben waking up in freefall with no memory of how he got there in a tunnel, which he thinks is going through.
Freefall in a tunnel?
And then he sees the dog. And then he sees his house. And the entire thing is Ben doing physics whilst bonding with this dog and this house in freefall. It's so cool.
Is there a blue whale and a pot of petunias?
I think there might be.
Of course
there's another one which is a ghost story on an alien colony vessel. And what the payoff for it at the end is the idea is that the colony vessel is under attack by creatures they can't understand. And the payoff is they're not. It's the Fantastic Four. And these aliens perceive time differently. So generations of these aliens live and die as they're trying to communicate with them. It's a really cool run.
Look at the picture Ducky took! He has never done anything wrong in his life
Iconic.
ever.
just iconic.
Well done. Hey guys. He's 11 months old now.
He's about to be a full-grown kitty.
We've already picked out his birthday present for next month. We're gonna buy him a not terribly tall, but a piece of kitty furniture with like a swing, a hammock in it, and a little hidey space in it, and
He loves a cave.
top perch. He loves a cave. And he loves to sit in the, we call it bird TV. He loves to sit in the window and watch the birds. So we're going to.
Doing bird yelling.
He's doing bird yelling. We're going to buy him a birthday piece of kitty furniture. But yes, he's practically, he needs a little sun plush since he's a little clown. Okay.
That's a great idea. Thank you.
Okay. Sun plush.
Little cloud.
All right. So we have so many road trips coming up the next couple of weeks. And one of our traditions is that whenever we stop at a services, we try to buy the cat a toy, right? Hey, Amber, how are you doing?
Hey, Amber, how you doing?
Hello, everyone. Are we dancing? Are we partying? It's so nice to see you all. Welcome to a very casual, chatty stream. Normally, we stream like 9 to 11 and play a bunch of casual games, but we've been on a break for a couple weeks, and I am working my butt off this week at the start of a new job. So this is a short, abbreviated stream where we're just chatting about what the last couple of weeks have been about.
Stuff. It's great.
And then we're about to talk about all the cool road trips we're about to take. One of which, I don't know if Amber may be going to one of these or not, which would be very cool. But we're going to several audio drama live shows in the month of May, and one of them is up north in Newcastle. I love stuff. Road trips, amazing. Road trips are amazing, 100%, says the American who likes to drive. But one of our traditions here, if you haven't noticed my adorable child here asleep in the corner, who's turning 1 in like 3 weeks, it'll be a full year. When we go on road trips and we stop at services, we always look for plushies for him. Hey, can you grab Donut without disturbing him too much? Thank you, Bobby. This series of little plush food is our favorite thing. He has a donut and a taco and a slice of pizza and what's the other one?
Hot dog.
And a hot dog. But so now I will look for a little plushy son to go with it because I like that idea. No, tuck him back in.
There you go.
That's also his emotional support donut when he gets overly.
Witness.
Is he dragon flopping at you?
Flopping a little bit, yeah.
When he gets overly excited, he bites. Sometimes
He's compelled to bite.
I'm compelled to bite. So we will give him a piece of plush food to attack instead.
So he gets angry.
So he gets angry, right? Exactly. So, oh my goodness, he needs a pet on the head. You must pet him.
Hey, bud.
Oh, he's being very, very sweet. And yes, thank you so much for wishing him a happy early birthday. The other thing, okay, so let's go back to road trips.
And
then we'll just plant the flag on
Shall I do the list?
Friday.
I'll do the list. So we're going to go see the Amelia Project live in London.
That's at the end of May. They are going to be on a boat. So at Camden Dock in London, there is a former, I think it's a tanker or container ship that has been converted into a venue. And they are doing a live show on this boat, which will be very, very cool.
I love theatre.
It was cool. And then we are also going up to Newcastle to see the Shadows at the Door Earworm premiere, which will be very cool. And we're going to road trip with our beloved moderator, Ducky, up to Newcastle and stuff. So now we can make Ducky and Al Taco, apparently. There's 2 more road trips, one of which is still tentative, but we have
Outside Possibility of France.
The Outside Possibility of France, right? That's a great title. The Outside Possibility of France
by Douglas Adams.
We have a dear friend who is on a sabbatical right now and is traveling throughout Europe and seeing lots of friends and stuff, and wrote us up and was like, "Hey, we're flying back out of London. do you want to come hang out with us in Brittany for a couple of days? And we're still in the process of trying to figure out how this might actually happen. But here's the thing. Here's the really cool thing. So I thought the tunnel was like a highway under the water that you would just drive under in the dark for 45 minutes, right? No. That's not how it works. You drive your car onto a train. And the train goes through the tunnel, and then you drive off the train on the other side, which I have always wanted. We could find a no taco in Brittany. Okay.
Thank you.
Put that on the list.
Yes.
Outside Possibility of France sounds like a Wes Anderson film.
Yeah, yes it does. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Okay, now the music's going through my head. But I've always wanted to do the whole drive the car onto the train and then go thing, and especially because we have a comfy car. So it hasn't been finalized yet, but we may be driving to France, hanging out with a friend for a day, and then driving them back to the UK to fly home. Which would be cool, but I have to look into the whole, what do I have to do to my car to make it legal to drive in France? And by the way, this would be me driving a right-hand drive car on the correct, i.e. right-hand side of the road in France. And at that point, I think...
Done every no,
at that point I have to steal a mail truck and drive it in the US, because at that point I've driven every combination of side of driving and side of road, and I win at driving. I win it all driving. Between my US license and my UK license and my experience with all those configurations, I should be able to drive down the middle. Anytime I want, in any car I want. Because I've won at driving. Because that's a thing you can do. Right, anyway, okay.
Get out your car, it's mine now. Why? I win at driving.
And I played a lot of GTA. Get out of the car, right? My punch card is complete. Yes, very much so. That'd be amazing. So yeah, I have only one of those combos left as well. Well done. Fantastic. Quick, can someone get Margarita mail truck? Oh, so she can get a driving bingo. I love the idea of a driving bingo. Do you need an international license to drive in France? No. Apparently you don't. Apparently you can drive with the UK license just fine. There are a couple of requirements for your car, like it has to have GB plates. I'm not sure if that's just like a sticker that you put on there or not. I'm going to call my dealership. And you have to change the angle of your high beams because you're on the opposite side of the road. But I'm 97% certain that's just a setting in my car that I have to find and toggle. But I have to look into this. I don't even know if the train's available for the dates we want to go. And I don't have any time before Sunday to figure it out. Because the other road trip we are taking this week is we're going up to Manchester Friday and Saturday. And here's why. One of our very, very, very favorite movies is the Paul Bettany, Heath Ledger, A Knight's Tale. And if you've seen it, you know why. And it's one of the best movies ever. It's got, help me with names.
Mark Addy, Laura Fraser, and Alan motherfucking Tudyk.
Yes, but who plays the prince?
Rufus Sewell.
Rufus Sewell, right? Fantastic movie. They are taking it to the West End. They've made a play version of it, a stage version of it. They've made a musical. Well, I mean, it's already kind of a musical, but hey. And it will be coming to the West End in London. But for the next couple of weeks, it's on preview showings in Manchester. And we've got several friends who are going to go with us. So we're going to go up, spend the night. I know, Alan Tudyk. We're going to go up, spend the night, have moose coffee for breakfast, and then go see the play.
Herman, don't quote me, but I think I saw bicycles.
Please tell me that jousting is actors with toy horses on their hats. No, I
think I saw bicycles in the behind-the-scenes footage.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's just such a good movie. It's just such a good movie. And the soundtrack is fabulous. So if you ever see us do this, go on. That's Knight's Tale, right? Because the whole conceit is that they were using contemporary or modern music to tell the story. Like there's this beautiful montage where they start doing courtly dancing and it melds into Golden Years by David Bowie, and the whole audience is doing We Will Rock You in the medieval stadium. And apparently you learned this about the filming.
It was shot, I want to say, in Czechoslovakia, and a lot of the extras...
What was Czechoslovakia at the time?
A lot of the extras didn't have very much English. So there is...
Thank you, baby.
So the first moment that Chaucer does his first big kind of hype man speech, and it falls completely dead, was not planned. It was, they missed the cue to cheer. So when it cuts to Mark Addy going, hey, that is both the character and the actor trying to save the take and succeeding.
Which just makes it so much better as far as I'm concerned.
So it's going to be amazing. We will ugly cry through the back half of it.
100%.
It's A Knight's Tale, and that's what you do.
And when the prince starts to talk, it's just, you start sobbing because you're going to hear the music in your head. And so we're really excited about, the best acting isn't acting. Yes, exactly. So that's what we're going to do this weekend. So we've got a road trip this weekend. We potentially have an international road trip next weekend, and then we have 2 more UK road trips in May. And the rest of those weekends, we're not allowed to do anything.
We're just going to be pretty.
We're just going to try really hard. And like the month of June,
there's nothing.
No.
There's nothing.
By then, the lawn will be up to my chin, and I will just need to do some gardening, okay? I mean, we dropped everything on one of the weekends, between my job when we had some time off because they had compost on sale. So I went and stocked up on compost, and it's sitting out there waiting to be used because, access to resources and mental energy to plan a project and physical energy to exact a project are all very different things. And we just rotate through them as and when we have them, right?
Mecca, I love those moments, and I actually found out about a kind of grim but kind of amazing one a little while ago. In the 60s, the BBC had a tendency to do live drama. And, they would broadcast it live.
So Ghost Watch could have been like a real thing?
Yeah. And
Jesus Christ.
In the late 60s, they got clearance from the London Underground to use a couple of abandoned tunnels for a TV play about a group of people who are on an underground train when there is a nuclear war, and they survive and society is set up in a tube station, and they get it.
Wait, what's this?
I forget its title, but I'll look it up. And there's a despotic tyrant, and some of the people on the train bring him down. The lead actor died.
In filming?
15 minutes in.
On film?
Not on film. They cut away, he felt sick, he sat down, and he didn't get back up. And what followed is one of the most remarkable bits of frantic, on-the-spot improvisation I have ever read about. They made the choice, and it's a difficult one, to not tell the other actors. They just said, he's ill, he's in his dressing room.
Lawyer censors, take
this is going to happen a lot. They kept going. Did the whole thing. And
thank you, Herban.
Thank you, Herban.
Gareth Jones.
And the unsung hero of all of this was apparently the guy playing the tyrant. Because the big scene in the second act is he says, he's going to be in charge now. And everything starts off with the guy that Gareth Jones was playing asking him pointed questions. And because this was a time as...
He was 33!
He was no fucking age at all. And because these are professionals, so they all know the whole script, the guy playing the tyrant folded all the lines that Jones would have had into his speech. So he's like, you may be wondering how we will get water. Well, and...
Oh my God.
And they're live. So they have a set time they have to bring this thing in on. And they did.
Is there like a documentary about the making of this?
There should be.
I'm sure there isn't. I'm sure Jones, the actor who died, I'm sure his family's like, don't you freaking dare.
another one of those. How is this a story that's not more commonly known? I found out today.
Oh yes, this thing from Shiv, right?
I fucking love this. I found out today that there is, if I remember.
Let me pull it up. Hold on. Keep talking.
That.
Okay. No,
Go.
No, I'm trying to find the information about this.
Shiv Ramdas, who's a very, very good author, good dude, and an excellent follow on Blue Sky, just casually dropped this. So this is why you shouldn't believe what you see on the...
So the quote, the tweet that got sent around that he's quoting is, wasn't there a whale that took a hating to Rome and sunk a bunch of ships for like 10 years? And Shiv says,
this is why you shouldn't believe what you see on the internet. It was actually closer to 50. His name was Porphyrios. He actually caused the creation of entirely new trading routes just to avoid him, and he was declared an enemy of the state by Justinian. He's the hero we need. And apparently, if you like the concept of karma, all this happened solely because one day a bored sailor chucked a bottle at him from the deck of a trading vessel, and he took that personally.
Excuse me, I just have to jot a quick note here.
Porphyrios.
Porphyrios.
If that is not a monster movie we need in our lives, I do not know what is.
Right? That is so brilliant. That's what the orcas are. The descendants. They're channeling their
children of Porphyrios. Yeah.
That's what they should be called. The orcas. Okay, I have to write that down too.
But
how did we get on that tangent? I don't know.
Live TV, live performances,
right.
Live theatre. No one will die in A Knight's Tale. It's fine.
But they're doing some really cool things. Like I don't know if they've gender flipped any of the particular roles, but the actor playing Watt is non-binary, which sounds fantastic. I just want to know how they're going to do it, right? So who are we following? Shiv. Yeah, let me grab the Shiv's Twitter account for you. If you've ever heard the Rice story on Twitter,
Shiv's Blue Sky handle is Shiv Ramdas Rice Lord.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
when you read the Rice story, you'll know why.
Yeah. Verity Lambert worked on Underground.
Yes.
Oh wow. No record of this play exists.
I'm enough of a journalist to always be a little careful about hypothesis. But given Jones died on air, I wonder whether there was a quiet word had to make sure that no records of that were kept.
I can see that very much being the case. Or if they're locked, they're time locked, like the family is like, you can't do anything with this for 50 years after his death or something like. Especially such a traumatic, unexpected death of a young, healthy person. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that being the case. Okay, so that's all the. Oh, well, we should bring this into land.
We should start bringing it to land.
Yeah, sure. let's bring it on. Missing Doctor Who stories. Yeah, I think it was just junk regarding BBC policy. Given that back then they just wiped stuff after X years in storage.
Is this historically valid? Possibly. Chuck it. Hooray!
Or like, put it in a warehouse where it'll get damp and moldy and we won't discover it. And it's like...
Ship this to New Zealand. Put it under some bleachers. That happened.
You're gonna have to tell that story now.
Much like professional wrestling, the search for Doctor Who's lost episodes is full of shysters, grifters, conmen, and charlatans.
Don't use shysters.
Shysters, pardon me, grifters. We'll go with grifters. The particularly unusual thing about it is it's also kind of Indiana Jonesy. I want to say, this happened so long ago now, the country no longer exists. I want to say that some of the most recent episodes recovered were found in film cans kept behind the bleachers in a high school gymnasium in Rhodesia. That was also a part-time TV station.
This flooded church, this could just be the perfect place for Enemy of the World, right?
Yeah,
exactly that.
Herban, I know you're like Archivist Twitch. I feel you. I really do.
Right. Okay. So why don't we bring this into land? Thank you very much for the folks who stuck around from the raid. We appreciate it. Hope you This stream happens every Wednesday night. Normally it happens between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. UK time. It is called Night Cheese, which is both a reference to, is it 30 Rock?
It's 30 Rock.
It's the beloved 30 Rock
night cheese.
reference to Tina Fey eating night cheese. And also, it does what it says on the tin. A lot of time it's us just being silly and talking about things. And a lot of times we play games. Currently we've just finished playing Tavern Talk by Gentle Troll, which is a lovely visual novel. And we're about to start the 4 years later DLC for it, which will be probably a 3 or 4 stream long thing. We skew towards the spooky in this evening stream a lot of the time. And one of the things we would like to get back into more regularly is we know a lot of authors who have a lot of great books. And so we'd like to interview them. And when they are able to share it with us, we like to read their fiction. So that's what Night Cheese is about. The other stream we do is on Sunday mornings, 10:30 to 12:30, again, UK time. And that is A&M Casual Gaming. Currently we are playing beloved Crystal Dynamics legendary game Soul Reaver, i.e. the chappest ass you will ever see on a vampire. But a lot of that, we really like to play indie games. So we've done, probably the next thing we're going to do is, Lost Records?
Yes.
Which is by the people who did Life is Strange. Because we've played both Life is Strange games on stream.
2 of the 3.
2 of the 3? Mm-hmm. There's a third?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, we played the third. We didn't play the second.
Yeah, lots of indie games. Unpacking, Caravan Sandwich. We got lists and lists of fun indie games. We tried to play Okami, but that wasn't working.
Maybe Entropy Center at some point.
Entropy Center, one of these days, Big Kitty Little City will come to a venue we can stream. There's so much. There's so many cool indie games out there right now. Oh, and actually, I should mention one of the games that we were playing, but then we kind of stepped away from for the holidays and haven't come back to, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes.
Hugo finalist.
Hugo finalist in the best game category. So we'll probably be coming back to that. And there was another one that was on our to play list, wasn't there? I'm going to look it up real quick.
Look it up.
Hang on. Hugo finalist.
Also, Ducky, that explanation is beautiful, and that is now my canonical explanation.
Which is?
Doctor Who episodes that are missing have been rescued by time travelers from the future.
Yeah, I ship it, totally.
Best Gamer Interactive, Caves of Kud.
Dragon Age the Veilguard, which I still haven't finished. That was on my to-do list on my vacation between jobs and I didn't get a chance. Legend of Zelda, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Tactical Breach Wizards. Yeah, we want to play that one. And then 1000 Times Resist is the other one. But yeah, we love to play indie games a whole lot. So if you're into that, come hang out. I have a cute cat. We talk a lot. That's basically
we would love to see you.
I lost so much time playing Shadows over Loathing while on medical leave. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, and Blueprints?
You're going to lose months to Blueprints.
It's apparently got deep puzzle lore stuff going on. I'm like, 7th guest urges rising.
I have professional narrative designer friends who have had to ration themselves on how much of that they play. They've opened notebooks.
I love a game where I have to have a notebook. That makes me very happy. So, yeah. Here's the thing, though. I think I want to play that personally. I don't know if I play it on stream because the week between 2-hour chunks is probably going to do us no favors for that particular game. So, yeah, that's who we are. I mean, that's what we do. Who we are. Oh, my God. You got another 2 hours? We wear so many hats and we do so many things. But, you write all the things and I help organize all the things, and we never met an audio drama community we didn't love, and we just really like helping independent geeky people do independent geeky art. That just makes us happy.
Just like stuff.
We just like stuff. Stuff is good. And probably the number one thing that you might want to sign up for, because it's free and it's cool, is we write the Hugo Award nominated weekly pop culture newsletter, which is called The Full Lid. And it is specifically a positivity and inclusion oriented newsletter. So it's about, we have a whole section every week called Signal Boost, which is about people sharing their projects that are coming up, or crowdfunders that we've supported that we think are a great idea, or projects that of people we know and love and work with have that's coming up. Alistair writes lots of reviews and essays about things in the world and pop culture. We always share photos of
There's always photos of him.
Photos of our cute cat. And we do what are called interstitials. So this will be either like videos or visual art that we've found neat and fun and interesting that we want to share with you. Like one of my favorite ones we did last year is, you remember that video of the goose watching the meteor that was in like Eastern Russia, I think, that just went viral, and all the artists did their different representations of the goose being fascinated. We did those as interstitials.
The one I'm proudest of is there was a Dua Lipa track a couple of years ago that used a sample, and that was a sample from a track I really liked when it was released 15 years previously.
Originally, because we're old now.
And then I ended up doing the musical archaeology back and found out this sample has been used 4 times across 60 years.
Yeah, and so he did a great essay tracking it back and finding all the videos and stuff like that. So let me get you a link to The Full Lid if you want to sign up. It's free. It's every Friday at 5 o'clock.
I have not listened to Ghostwax yet, but I will. I'm currently enjoying a show called Wave Glass.
Ooh, tell me more.
Wave Glass is a dude on his bass improvising the soundtrack as he tells a story about familial time travel.
Like bass?
Yeah.
Like electric bass, or like standing
like
bass?
bass.
You mean they're all about that bass? I like that song. Anyway, let's move on.
Yes.
Okay. Would you pitch your newsletter? It's your newsletter. I'm just the editor. He's the one who writes it.
As is always the case, she's done a perfect job. The Full Lid is designed to be the thing in your inbox on Friday that doesn't make you go, oh, fuck. There's always
it's
something.
The Friday commute home, I want some good news to take me into the weekend.
There's always something fun in that. And that's not false toxic positivity or any of that shit. It's just there will be something interesting or fun that we've encountered in the last week that we want to tell you about.
Yep.
Sometimes that's ketchup. Seriously, I did ketchup recipes once. Sometimes it's a movie or a book or a podcast or a comic. Oddly enough, this week it's Luxembourg.
Yeah.
And what that taught me.
Yeah. A good essay about the tour that we took.
Yeah.
And lots of people have told it it's 5 o'clock, the Full Lid's here, I gotta go home, which is,
Which honestly is really
like
nice.
a great thing as far as I'm
it's
concerned.
if people are using it as the kind of, oh great, I can stop now. that's exactly the plan.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought about it that way, but yeah, very much so. So yeah, that's us. Thanks so much for joining us. New people especially, we appreciate it. You can find us next on Friday,
when the Full Lid goes live, and we will be somewhere between here and Manchester.
Yeah, we'll probably...
Not quite. We'll be about to head out.
About to head out on the road at that point. And then we'll be streaming again on Sunday morning with more Soul Reaver, a.k.a. Marguerite never met a side quest she didn't love.
Collect all the things.
Collect all the things. And then we'll be back here Wednesday night where we'll actually be playing Tavern Talks DLC, which is called...
I want to say Mechanical Mayhem.
Hang on. It's Tempest Tantrum.
Tempest Tantrum.
Apparently, so...
It's set a year and a half later, and Melly, the kitten detective, does something.
So we have to figure out what's going on.
Thank you so much for joining us, folks. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
He's been Twiglet, and we will see you next time.
Have a great rest of your day. Vamp for a moment while I find the button because I didn't
Marguerite's
put
looking for the button worse. This is our adorable cat.
Here, look at the adorable cat for a minute while I load up the thing I forgot to load.
I'm going to give him a little
I'm
pet.
usually a little bit smoother than this at stream production, but
it's all good.
Like yesterday I had 45 minutes at home between when I got home from work and when I needed to be asleep.
Not in bed, asleep.
Asleep, right? And then Had to get up way too
The
early.
schedule was sufficiently brutal that Marguerite's boss this morning was apparently, Jesus, you go home?
Yes, exactly.
We'll just get you a hotel room. My God.
Yeah, next time we might take him up on that. New job, so lots of new people to meet. Great to spend time with all these people in person. But I live further away from London than I did the last time I commuted to London, and now it's officially 2 hours each way. So it's a bit of a long day. Okay, should we try the outro again?
Thank you so much for joining us, folks. I've been Alistair.
I'm a Marguerite.
He's been Twiglet, and you've been delightful. We will see you next time.
Have a great rest of your day.